Hi there. In this session, we are going to talk about EC2 service offered by Amazon Web Services. Most of the business use compute machines to deploy their applications, run workloads and services, which are highly integrated with several other cloud or on-premise services. Instead of spending thousands of dollars to purchase new infrastructure, these days teams are migrating towards cloud as it offers pay what you use model. Therefore, several cloud services such as compute machines, serverless functions, and managed databases and storages are being adopted by the businesses worldwide. There are several vendors which offer cloud based services such as Azure, Amazon, Google, but the famous one is AWS. AWS offers plenty of services to help developers to focus on business logic and enhancements of the existing applications with certain amount of optimizations. You might be wondering, what is EC2? EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud, and as the name suggests, it is a web service that provides secure, resizable compute capacity. It is designed to make cloud computing easier for all the developers. Also, it offers a very simple web interface which allows engineers to obtain and configure capacity as it provides developers with complete control of their computing resources with high cost efficiency. Further, we'll take a look on how you can easily provision your EC2 instance in AWS console. There are 8 steps involved to provision any EC2 instance in AWS console. Before we jump onto the steps, make sure you must have an account in AWS and have some amount of knowledge to get started with this service. First step is to choose AMI. AMI stands for Amazon Machine Image. It is a template to create new machine which has operating system, additional softwares, pre-configured access permissions and storage volumes. Either you can select AMI from marketplace or you can create your own image. Second, you can choose your instance type. EC2 instances are classified in 5 main families and you can choose any one of them. First is compute optimize, which are for heavy compute workloads. Memory optimize for in-memory cache. GPU optimize for gaming and other extensive purposes. Storage optimize in case you need more storage, then you go with the storage optimize, and rest fall under the category of general purpose. Third step is to set the configuration such as subnet, count of the instances, patch update, and so on. Fourth step is to add more storage volumes to your machine, which can be done even later. Coming to fifth step, which is adding tags. So adding tags to EC2 instance is important as per security best practices and are being followed everywhere. Sixth step is to configure security group. Security group act as a virtual firewall for your EC2 instances to control incoming and outgoing traffic. Seventh step is to review all your selection and confirm. And last step is to hit the create button to submit your request. Here we can see that we have multiple services which are offered by AWS. So here first service which we can see over here is the Amazon Route 53. Then we have Amazon CloudWatch, Amazon SNS, DynamoDB tables, SES, Elastic Load Balancer, CloudFront, S3, RDS, Elastic Cache Tire, App Tier, and Auto Scaling Group. So these are the multiple services which are offered by Amazon AWS. So Route 53 redirects the request to the Elastic Load Balancer. Now we have EC2 instance over here. So these are two EC2 instances, and then we have EC2 instances. as a app server. So in total, we have 4 EC2 instances running in this architecture. So if we take a look, whenever a user hit the request, it goes to Route 53 hosted zone. Then how Route 53 hosted zone redirects the request to the Elastic Load Balancer. Load Balancer is intelligent enough to balance the load between the web servers. So we have Nginx running in the web server. Web servers are the EC2 machines, and from the EC2 machines, the request goes to the uh, S3 bucket. If the request is for the asset like images or CSS files, but in case the request is about computation, about any calculation, then it goes to another EC2 machine, which is app server. After that, EC2 machine, the code which is hosted on EC2 machine uh, can talk to RDS to take fetch the new data and can respond back to the request, which is coming via Route 53 and Elastic Load Balancer. Now we can see that the Amazon CloudWatch alarms are configured for the log purposes. So if there is any threat which is observed, so we Amazon CloudWatch would help in that case. Then we have SNS notification service. So this is also configured in case we want publish and subscriber based messaging queue. In that case, we are using SNS, and then we have DynamoDB for storage purposes. And so here in this architecture, we have two storage. One is DynamoDB, which is NoSQL, and RDS, which is SQL based. And we have CloudFront and S3. So CloudFront is basically content delivery network, and like it is available in all the zones so that users can easily get the data and can get the data faster. And S3, we keep all our assets and images. So we can see that our EC2 machine is easily communicate with the other services like S3 RDS. Also, it shows how it is integrated with many services which are useful for different purposes. Let's see, why should you choose AWS EC2? It offers the fastest Ethernet networking, which is 400 Gbps. EC2 service is available in 24 regions and 75 availability zones globally. It supports Mac OS, which is not supported by any other public cloud. You can also choose Intel, AMD, and ARM based processors with AWS EC2. It also offers SLA commitment of 99.99% availability, and it is easily integrates with several other services and even third party services. Let's talk about two case studies where Amazon AWS has played a very important role in business growth. So the first one is Shazam. Shazam was working on a task of creating brand awareness. It was gearing up for the Super Bowl advertising. There was a need to address expected spike in demand after the advertising campaign was addressed using the Amazon EC2 with the traffic distributed across these instances with elastic load balancing. Along with that, company availed services of Amazon DynamoDB for secondary data activity and Amazon Elastic MapReduce for big data analytics. With over 1 million transactions after the Super Bowl event, company was able to process million transactions with Amazon EC2 and improve its overall efficiency. The second case study is about Airbnb, a company that focused on connecting property owners and travelers for renting unique vacation spaces around the world, faced service administration challenges with its original provider. It soon shifted to AWS Cloud, where it used over 200 Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, which is EC2, instances for its application, Memcache, and service search servers. Along with that, in order to process and analyze 50 gigabytes of data daily, Airbnb used Amazon Elastic MapReduce, which is Amazon EMR. There are other services such as Amazon CloudWatch, AWS Management Console, simple storage services, which is S3, which were used by Airbnb as well. Company was able to save cost and prepare for growth after availing the services of AWS, and now the company is completely satisfied. So this is how the AWS is helping in the business growth